Hey guys, we're back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and EW just posted to their news this developer diary for the waterfowl rework that I thought I would share with you right away because this is very exciting news. So this you will find on the official Hunters Discord, again under the news category, and let's have a good look at it. So it says, "Howdy Hunters, my name is Troy Schramm, and I'm the lead designer on the Hunter Call of the Wild. In our first developer diary installment, I'm here to talk to you about the waterfowl rework that is coming out alongside the release of Revontuli Coast, our upcoming reserve. To give you all a quick update, I joined Expansive Worlds and the Call of the Wild team in 2021. One of the things that we knew needed to be addressed early on was the lackluster waterfowl. Something we have striven to do with each previous release was to either expand gameplay, tackle technical debt, the effort of improving existing systems and/or increasing performance, and add functionality. With Rancho del Arroyo, we added upland bird hunting and pheasants. With Mississippi Acres Preserve, we added amphibious water technology by way of the alligators and environmental interaction with the raccoons and trash cans. As we prepared for this next reserve and what would lead up to the waterfowl rework, we have also been fundamentally overhauling home ranges across all reserves. More on that in a future development diary. With Revontuli Coast, our primary focus has been the waterfowl rework." You are probably saying that's fine, but what exactly is this waterfowl rework? And it goes on to say, before we get into that, let's look at why the waterfowl and geese were lackluster based on user research, survey feedback, and bugs, and determine the following. The frequency of attraction is inconsistent. The selection of birds' next need zone is random, making them unpredictable. This makes the time it takes to attract a group with decoys very inconsistent. Ducks change need zones frequently to mitigate the issue, but it's still a problem. Also, no feedback is given to the player once a group is attracted, and it can take a long time for that group to arrive and land. Next bullet point says, shooting ducks and geese is too easy, and they do have a point. And guys, when the game is too easy, it's not fun. There has to be challenge in the game, and I've always said this over and over again. It has to be challenging or it is no fun. So it goes on to say, ducks and geese fly slowly and in a very predictable pattern, making them easy to shoot. This makes waterfowl hunting more of a repetitive grind than a skill-based activity with little variation. All ducks behave the same way. This lack of diversity makes them boring, and getting new duck species does not feel exciting for players. Flight patterns look unnatural, breaking immersion, as every bird behaves fundamentally the same. Ducks aren't bound to home ranges. Duck groups select their need zones randomly in real time and aren't tied to a specific home range. This makes them different from other animals and prevents players from stocking diamonds, rare fur variations, since spawned animals are not persistent. Ducks and geese work differently. Ducks and geese seem similar on the surface but behave differently behind the scenes. This can make it difficult for players to understand the behavior of either when learning the differences between them. And then it goes on to say, next step, using that information to get our ducks in a row. These were all pain points that affected a large amount of our player base from beginners to experts, so we use them to inform our goals for the waterfowl rework. Unify the geese and duck behavior under a singular waterfowl behavior codebase. Convert waterfowl to use home ranges and need zones akin to all other animals in the Hunter Call of the Wild. So they're gonna have need zones. Create persistence in waterfowl individuals and groups of birds. Now remember guys, they've already told us that you will not have to worry about hunting pressure with all of the waterfowl and their need zones. 4 kills will not kill the need zone. You can just kill as many as you want. Hunting pressure will not be an issue. Create variation within and between species of birds to differentiate their behaviors, so every different species is going to behave differently come the new update. Update flea behavior for waterfowl, implement comprehensive gameplay feedback for waterfowl attraction, make sure all of this works in a multiplayer environment, wouldn't that be sweet, with players hunting together, so we'll be able to hunt ducks in multiplayer and have it work correctly. They look pretty cool, don't they? I am so excited for this new waterfowl update. Let me know in the comments, guys, how excited you are for this update and how all of this information sounds to you. It sounds pretty awesome, doesn't it? And we do have a little bit more to cover. You want upcoming improvement specifics, right? Details! Well, here are a couple of nuggets I can drop. All waterfowl can land on both land and water and transition between them. So yes, the decoys have been updated so they can be placed anywhere. That is awesome news. All waterfowl have their own style, including flight altitude, approach vector, flee behavior, formations, etc. And there is variation between the individual birds within a group, so they won't be coming down in perfectly choreographed formations. So they're going to be a lot more realistic. Waterfowl will let out specific calls when they have been attracted, so players will know when they have successfully lured birds. As a whole, waterfowl have been sped up, so they are more challenging now. So they're going to be a lot faster and harder to hit, so that is exciting. With some species being easier to hit than others, there is a high ceiling on the waterfowl gameplay. Finally, waterfowl always land into a headwind, so you can set up your blinds to shoot them according to the wind direction. And that was mentioned during the EW livestream. Aside from this waterfowl rework, there is overall a lot of attention and love in the details. One such example is that ducks now bob along the water surface. These are just some of the features that are included as part of the waterfowl rework. The general feedback we've received internally and from the private beta testers has been positive so far, and we're excited for players to take aim at the waterfowl once this free update goes live alongside the Revontuli Coast release. So there you have it, guys. There are all the details on what is coming with this waterfowl rework, and it sounds completely amazing. Just a quick one for me today to let you guys know exactly what is going on with these birds, with the waterfowl update, and let me know again in the comments how excited you are. Don't forget to leave a like, guys, and we will see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.